Hey everybody, back with a new episode of Downton Abbey. Last episode, Lady Mary and Isabel were able to find some way to pull themselves out of their mourning period for Matthew. I'm happy they can find something in this world to live for. And Isabel, taking someone in, Mr. Carson's old sing and dance buddy, is definitely her purpose in life, helping others. So I'm glad she has that. And then Mary getting into the financial side of Downton, even though her dad doesn't want her to, but she wants to carry on what she and Matthew had been talking about all this time. So I'm glad they both found something. And that nanny, be gone. Just like Miss O'Brien, who I do not care that she's gone. She was the worst person in the house. So the nanny though, was hardly around. We barely knew her, but she's gotta go. She was awful. And you know what? Mr. Mosley needs a job. Can he be the nanny? Probably not, considering they won't let Alfred be a cook. You know how the gender roles were back then. But someone give Mr. Mosley a job. Oh my God. Edna. No, I did not want her back. It's like, they're like, well, we got rid of, our main antagonist, and they've made Thomas so much more sympathetic here lately and just overall more enjoyable. They had to be like, well, we can't just have everyone be great. Let's bring Edna back. So I'm sure she's going to be up to who knows what. And then you got Edith, who may be moving to Germany. I don't know. But her beau, or what is his name? I don't know. But he's really trying to get out of this marriage, and going to a country that allows divorce seems to be their only option. But they sure are just, having a lot of PDA. So I feel like scandal might be around the corner for them. But who could say? But I'm excited to get back into it, so let's do it.
This is nice. It's from Gwen. She's married.
Who's Gwen? She used to work as a housemaid here. She left to be a secretary.
Mr. Barrow never bothered with you when you were a housemaid, but he will now. I should be friendly, but keep him at arm's length if I were you.
I'd better get on.
So she really is just going to take Miss O'Brien's place in every sense.
I'll take it to his lordship and he can decide.
Don't give it to him. Oh.
I say, Phyllis
What was
Day has
that?
gone to the Theatre Royal in York.
Never been?
She's got better things to spend her money on.
Jimmy, put up or shut up. Ask her out or don't.
Matthew intended Mary to be his sole heiress. That will mean a great deal to her, whether or not it's legal.
Oh, wow. That's his will.
She won't want to get involved.
When you talk like that,
Do you know your daughter?
To ring for Nanny and have you put to bed with no supper.
Get him. Is that Mr.
Hello,
Moss?
Mr. Mosley.
I haven't earned a penny since Mr. Crawley died. Now I owe money all over the village.
Oh.
But surely with your...
Do you understand? I'm on my wits end. I apologise. I should not have said that.
We'll give you some if you like.
Oh. You
Not much,
sweetheart.
but some.
I couldn't accept that. But I thank you, I do.
Go around town and pay his
Anna
debts.
said you wanted to see me before I go down.
Yes.
Give her Downton.
Mosley's not having much luck.
If you won't accept help, then... I don't know. I'm really upset by it.
Me too.
That.
I cannot know if our baby is a boy or a girl, but I do know it will be a baby if anything happens to me before I've drawn up a will, and so you must take charge.
It's like he knew.
Bound to a penny he's got some trick up his sleeve.
You're so suspicious.
There are two reasons why he's been so nice to Ivy. The first is to make me angry. And I dread to think about the second.
Not everything's
Can I have my
about
reason for
you.
getting that?
I knew he'd have a sensible plan.
I'm not sure how sensible it is.
Hush.
If the letter is valid, the estate will have to pay death duties twice before it reaches little George. If there's a question of using empty farmyards as new sources of revenue, I'd like to know what you feel about that.
Well, I'd have to think about it.
Crop rotation, livestock versus cereals, or indeed
Over
the whole matter
dinner?
of the tax. There are lots of things I would like your opinion on. I'm just saying you have some work to do.
Okay,
That is,
give her
if the letter
time.
turns out to be valid.
We very much hope it is not.
I wrote to a great many theatres, but the manager at the Opera House wrote back. It seems they're in need of a stage doorkeeper.
He always speaks highly of Mr. Matthew and the changes he made.
I'm sure he's very genuine. But he thinks he can manage alone now. And the question is, can he?
Won't you accompany me? Then if we found out, I can say that you came with me, so nothing was amiss.
Of course I can't, milady. Not without asking Lady Mary.
But you won't tell me how you did it.
I can't.
Very well, Braithwaite. Suppose you better look me out another.
Strike one.
Who was she?
Just a friend at one time.
What was she called?
Alice. We shout and scream and wail and cry, but in the end we must all die.
Ah,
What a lovely
that's
sentiment.
cheered me up. Thank you. Now I'll get on with my work.
It concerns Mr. Molesley, the younger.
You make him sound like a Greek philosopher.
Are you trying to
He has fallen
help?
on hard times.
Aw.
And I know that you have helped him in the past. Although he's too proud to accept it as a gift.
Oh, how refreshing.
Although I think we can find a way.
Morning.
Yay! Don't.
She couldn't explain how it happened because, well, she didn't want to point the finger.
Point the finger.
Why are you helping her?
Well, that's just it, my lady. I dare not either. I'm in enough trouble with Mr. Bates as it is.
Bates is to blame.
Not Mr. Bates himself, no.
Anna, then? But why would she do such a thing?
As to that, my lady, who knows?
Why?
It was an accident.
Thomas,
They do say there's no one so jealous as a lady's maid.
you really want to go back on my shit list?
Well, it is rather slow here for a girl her age. Go, but make sure you keep her out of trouble.
We haven't seen you in a while.
Being very friendly.
Yeah.
Aren't I usually friendly?
No. You're not discourteous, Mr. Bates, I'll give you that, but you're not friendly.
Maybe not friendly, but certainly kind.
Sorry if I'm late.
What he's
I had to
doing
call
for
an
you.
old fair cloth at Round Hills.
Well, not at all late. I want you to have a say in the running of it. It's just what you need.
I mean, I thought we
But
established
last night's
this
dinner
last episode.
disabuse you of that scheme.
Yeah, well, that's the point. I want
Tom.
Tom to be your instructor.
And are we to do all this without telling Papa? Isn't that rather underhand?
There can be too much truth in any relationship.
Mrs. Crawley.
He's so anxious to talk to you before he goes.
Then he is in for a disappointment.
Come on, Mr.
He says he's
Carson.
resolved to put his dishonesty behind him.
Any difference between Mr. Grigg and me is my concern.
Of course it is.
There.
I'm curious about everything to do with you. But my situation would frighten them. We don't want that.
I know.
I mean, you went all the
Mama's
way
giving a house party next month. Why
to
don't
the
you come?
Highlands. Mary can do this. She just needs to get the lay of the land, which is exactly what she's doing.
I hope you know how to do this.
You're in luck. They call me Twinkle Toes. Shall we dance?
You better, if only to check Lady Rose isn't getting in too deep.
Your father believes we should sell land and pay it off in one lump.
But you don't.
I want to know what you think.
I bet she has a better idea. You got his signature? You are going to go pay his dad's. Good.
Tickets. Sorry, I'm dancing with them. I said let her dance with me.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
I don't want to dance with you.
I don't know if you've not even tried it.
Move on.
Before her at last. She will be pleased.
I said leave her alone. That's the idea.
Rose. Rose.
Get her out of here!
Do you want to be arrested?
I need to get out of here.
Go.
Right, that settles it. Come on. Come
Mr. Molesley, is that you? Come in and have a cup of tea.
Mr. Bates thought I might be welcome.
You are.
Sit down.
I'm afraid I forgot.
I don't remember anything about it.
Aww.
£50? Aren't you the lucky one?
Surely there must be some
It's your signature. What can you do? You have to take it.
You have put up with so much that I couldn't change. So if there is ever the slightest thing I can make better for you, then I...
You did it for her.
Prison was an education.
It's given him a new appreciation for you and everything.
Take her to
So
the theatre. It is
I'm glad he got something out of it.
but not her.
I hope he doesn't break her heart. We must all have our hearts broken once or twice before we're done.
Yeah.
True enough, Mrs. Hughes.
Also, I mean, he might just finally be into her.
Her ladyship appears to think there's been some bad feeling between Braithwaite and Anna, that Anna has been a little unkind.
Not that I know of.
Look, I
Does
don't
that
want to
sound
make
like the
anything.
Anna
I'm just
y'all
asking
know?
for a little consideration, that's all.
I don't know why she's so excited. It's only a blooming play.
Get over it, Alfred.
He's just as keen on her as ever.
We'll see. Nothing's as changeable as a young man's heart. Take hope and a warning from that.
Some good advice. Who was that? Oh, is that the guy that Rose danced with?
What is it?
Are they gonna do a whole
The
ruse?
man you were dancing with, Sam Thorley. He's downstairs.
Why?
Come with me. I've got an idea.
You're gonna dress her like a maid. Oh my goodness.
There is one farmer, and I didn't want to spoil this afternoon by mentioning it, but I've rather given him my word.
The married guy?
I hope you understand.
Or are you just
Of course I do.
trying to break
He's a
this
lucky
off
bloke,
easy?
that's all I'll say.
You sure about that, farmer?
It means that the writer intended the document to serve as a will.
Yes.
So the request stands?
Yes. Mary owns half the estate.
I thought that was against the
Sounds like a
law.
good result.
And now we should go into dinner before Mrs. Patmore blows a gasket. If you've put her up to this,
I haven't put her up to anything. But you won't keep her quiet. And now the bits between her teeth. Don't think that you will.
I don't know what he meant.
You must have said something.
What, you want to check on Alice? Come on, Mr. Carson. Oh, yay!
She chose you all those years
Oh.
ago. Why bring it up? Because it wasn't it. She said Charlie Carson was the better man. I could have loved him. I did love him, really.
Oh, I'm glad you're giving him this.
But I was a fool and couldn't see it. Let's part as friends, eh?
Yeah.
All right. I wish you well. Likewise, Charlie.
Shall we walk back together?
Yeah. They need to get together. So already, Edna is a problem, and I didn't want this. I didn't want Thomas to go back to being unlikable, but here we are. Why is he so quick to become friends with her and throw Anna under the bus? How dare he? Especially in an episode highlighting what a sweetheart she is, not only with Mr. Molesley, but also helping Rose out. And then you smear her name like this? Fuck off. But, you know, I guess Thomas overheard or found out that Anna was warning Edna about him. So maybe that's where all this comes from. Still, is she wrong? I really love that last scene. I love Mr. Carson, and, you know, he's very set in his ways. And Mrs. Hughes was surprised to see him, but I'm really glad he showed up. And I didn't realize that his conflict with Mr. Grick was more than just like a financial embarrassment thing. It was about Alice, and maybe Mr. Carson's been holding a candle for her all of these years, but maybe he got some closure out of this. So I'm happy that they got to say goodbye as friends on good terms. That was really nice. Rose, she just wants to have a good time. She's young. Like Mary said, you know, life moves pretty slow at Downton, and she's wanting to have a good time. I'm glad she got to go do that. And, you know, she got to LARP as a housemaid, but she didn't lead that guy on. Is she talking about the married guy? Or is she just trying to, you know, get out of it in a way that she knows it's not going to work because of the class issue? But I mean, stranger things have happened. Look at where Tom is now, you know? And I love how much Tom is supporting Mary and giving her room to learn. Lord Grantham is just overwhelming her, trying to make her doubt herself, but she has good ideas. She just needs to know more about the day-to-day and what she would be responsible for. But they said that she's sole heir now, heiress. I don't know how that works in terms of the legal side of it, but I thought that was the whole issue with her needing to get married. But I mean, if she can be it, that's great. Good for her. I'm happy about it. I'm also glad that Jimmy seems to maybe be into Ivy now. I didn't want him to lead her on, and like he asked her out to, like, this seems like a date to go to the theater. So that's good. Maybe Alfred needs to relax. It's not going to happen, bro. Daisy seems to have let go of her like of him, so he's gonna move on too. We'll see how that goes. Mr. Mosley. Oh my God. He got a job, but that's a tough one. That is a tough manual labor job. And was in a bad way. And Anna and Mr. Bates wanting to help that way. Mr. Bates like going and doing it, going to the Dowager. And of course, like, the Dowager talks her talk, but she really will help. And I love that about her. And Mr. Bates just found a way for him to not be able to not accept the help in a way that he wouldn't feel like it's not honorable. Like, he said he owes you. Your name's on it. What are you going to do? Take it. You deserve it. You need it. I love that. I just, the Edna of it all. I mean, I'm willing to give her a second chance if she is not going to be awful. This was on Thomas. I don't think this was her idea. He was trying to help her out. But, you know, her laughing and being like, oh, I'm not going to tell you what we were talking about. Like, it's going to be a problem, and I am not here for it. Ugh. Ugh. I'm really starting to like Jimmy now that we're past the whole Thomas issue. He was sweet dancing with Anna, and he seems friendly with Rose, so I'm liking that more now. He's got the date with Ivy, so he's coming along. So for the most part, I'm happy with how things are going, with some few exceptions. But, you know. I love Mr. Carson. I really do want him and Mrs. Hughes to get together. Why not? Why not? I'm worried about Anna, though. I don't know if this is going to be the last time they come for her. But they need to watch it, because you do not want Mr. Bates on your ass. And he will be. So, we'll see. I don't know what's it. I am just reserving judgment for how I feel about Edith. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know about him. But I think some of it has to do with the fact that, like, nothing works out for Edith. So I'm expecting this to go badly. But maybe she can be happy. The show does not seem to want her to be, though. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, good episode. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.